Hey, Extinct Legends out here at the Turkey Run in Daytona, and we're out here with Al. Al's got a nice 62 Falcon Gasser out here. Now, Al, I know a little bit about the gassers and how they're set up and everything, but can you explain a little bit about the culture and how it started and the setup of the cars and things?
Yeah, back in the later 50s, a guy started taking cars and they're kind of like rat rods, whatever they could find, and put the bigger tires on them because they couldn't get any traction. And any type of drag slick that they made at the time, the technology of the rubber wasn't in the tire. They were real hard. So what they did to compensate for that is they raised the front end up to have the weight transferred to the rear and put more pressure on the tires to get better traction. And plus all the other things. And then the smaller tires for less resistance at higher speeds and things like that. And then they just worked on the suspension, and then later on in the late 60s, the tire technology is a lot better. Now you can buy street drag slicks and all kinds of stuff, all types of different rubber, softer, harder, medium. So if you go to a newer slick, then you have a choice of, let's say you bought a pair and they're too hard, well then you can buy a different pair, swap them out and get softer ones. So that's why the front ends are sticking up like that. Of course, there's guys change the wheelbases a little bit longer, so at high speed they don't wander around too much. All kinds of different things like that.
Awesome. So tell us a little something about yours. How long you had this Falcon?
I've had this about 4 years.
Okay. Now, were you always a gasser guy, or growing up?
I drag raced back in the day. I got a '55 Chevy with Olds Pontiac rear end. That was before the 9-inch came popular. Most guys will run the 9-inch. Now they make so many different things, but still most guys with a hot rod that have any type of power will run a 9-inch. It's a much stronger rear end.
So what are you running in here, man? It looks like I see the exhaust coming out the front and everything.
Yeah, the header's the exit through there. It's got a small 302 mild build. I didn't build it to race. It's set up for a big block Ford.
Gotcha.
Like a 390 or a 427. But we didn't get to that part yet. We're having fun driving around like this.
That's good.
So you pull up to a stoplight or somebody pulls up alongside you, they just look over and they say, no, I don't think I'm gonna race this guy.
That's right. But you can still drive it on the street. I mean, because once you start getting up into those motor things, then you're taking it to the track. So.
Yeah, well, it depends upon your compression. If you're going to run 13-to-1 compression, then you got to run race fuel, which is $8.50 a gallon. So that's
well, regular gas is getting up there too. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then the race gas gets higher yet.
Yeah.
But then the guys would change the gas tanks. A lot of them, some racing rules, they make you change your steel tank and put a fuel cell in the back.
Okay, gotcha.
If you're under 10 seconds, then you have to run a parachute. But this was all set up like if we decided to go that way, the things are here.
Right, gotcha.
You're building it. It's got a whole new frame underneath, a 2x4-inch frame. The wheelbase has been extended 6 inches.
Gotcha.
The disc brakes in the front. There's safety stuff on it. It's street legal. It has headlights, tail lights, brake lights, turn signals. The only thing I don't have is windshield wipers. So often you drive in the rain.
That's right.
That's Rain-X.
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Well, thanks for talking to us and explaining the gasser culture for us. And love your car. It looks great. We're going to get a nice walk around of it, so we'll show it there as well. So thanks a lot, Al. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right,
thanks for talking.
All right, same here. So, Al, before we let you go, one last question I have about the gassers is sometimes I see like a little barrel or like a gas tank on the front of the cars. What exactly is that?
Well, that's they call it a gasser tank. The guys use that to put the race fuel in. They'll usually plumb it in separately, or they'll plumb it in where they can turn off their fuel supply from the rear. Because the race gas is so expensive, they'll put the race gas in the tank and use that just for racing, or whatever mixture they're running, even if they're running alcohol.
Gotcha.
That's the reason for the tank on the front.
All right, good deal, man. Good to know. So thanks for that information, man. That was very educational. And you said your car's for sale too? if I had the money, I'd pick it up off of you just to have something to drive around. But it looks real nice. Good luck with your sale, and thanks again for talking to us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.